Huh? Can you hear me? Can you speak? Who?
Chum.
Yeah?
Chum.
That's okay. I'm your chum.
Danger.
What?
The world is in danger. Susaro.
Who's Susaro? Just a few more seconds and he could have told me so much. Poor guy.
Whoever he was dead all right. This was the kind of job I could do with my eyes shut. In fact, that's normally how I did it. All I found was his ID. Cholmondeley, the guy I was supposed to meet. It was like a giant omega, and in the center, some kind of slot. Nothing happened. The workbench was a mess. But I hadn't flown halfway around the world to critique someone's housekeeping. In amongst the junk was a postcard, all the way from England, someplace called Glastonbury. It was signed Bruno. A second look turned up a magnifying glass. Suddenly I was 5 years old and back in California, setting fire to my father's sun hat. There was nothing else of interest. A couple of packing cases. Someone was obviously in a hurry to leave. They'd been packed in a rush. There was nothing inside it that was any use to me. Terrific. A door with no handle. I couldn't figure out how to open the door. The old pressure pad trick, eh? It certainly didn't look comfortable. Now wasn't the time for a nap. Poor guy. There was nothing more I could do. There was some kind of housing on the wall, and in the center was a hole. I stuck my finger in the hole. Nothing happened. Wow, so the guy actually built the thing. I wondered if I could get it to work. The machine spluttered like an engine starved of fuel. The postcard showed a picture of a quaint English village. On the back was a message. Have had to leave Paris in a hurry. Suggest you do the same. Susaro is on to you. Your friend, Bruno. The postmark showed that it had been sent from a place called Glastonbury. The door was locked from the other side. I was going to have to find another way out. Gas cylinders. The cylinders were connected to the inventor's machine. The machine spluttered like an engine starved of fuel. The lever was somehow connected to the gas cylinders. Whoa! It attracted some attention. Question was, good guys or bad guys? I took the lever. I stuck my finger in the hole. Nothing happened. The rod looked about the right size to fit the hole. Cool, it fits. There was a bird's nest up on a small ledge, but it was out of reach. I removed the rod from the hole in the wall. That did the trick. The bird nest was as dry as tinder. I'd already checked for spiders. Out of the corner of my eye, I caught sight of a familiar shape. Harry had made it after all. It was a statue carved from stone. The back had been hollowed out. Inside were the remnants of a fire. This was my kindling.
Look, monsieur. The evil, it is come.
Oof! Ah! Ouch! Oh! Oh! George! Quickly! Over here!
Imbeciles! It's a trick! Get back here now!
Come on, Harry! We gotta get out of here!
Way ahead of you, mate!
Go, go, go!
As the lunatic Aussie saved my life, I was certain of one thing. I wasn't going back to the office in Idaho. I'd had my fill of patents. Nope, I was going to England to find the mysterious... Glastonbury, England, home to more legends and mystical baloney than you could wave a wand at. Joseph of Arimathea was supposed to have traveled here from the Holy Land. And he didn't do it to buy an overpriced crystal. Somewhere in amongst all this New Age hokum was a guy called Bruno. And I was going to... Hello? Anybody home? Oh, hey. I'm back. The place looked empty. No buskers, circulars, hawkers. I thought I'd leave them alone. Good morning.
Oh, that's easy for you to say, isn't it?
Well, yeah, isn't it?
No, sir, it is not.
What's so bad about it, if you don't mind me asking?
You wouldn't understand.
I might.
Not possible, sir. Unless you're a father, and you're not, are you?
Well, no, but how did you know?
Look at you. Callow face, unfurrowed brow, air of profound optimism.
So just what is it that only a father would understand?
I could tell you, but you wouldn't comprehend.
Try me. I kept sea monkeys once. I mean, how different could it be?
Very well. Are you aware of the annual Glastonbury Popular Music Festival?
The Glastonbury Popular Music Festival? That's one of the most popular music festivals on the Popular Music Festival calendar.
My daughter, Melissa, attended it this year. Against my wishes, of course.
You're not a fan, huh?
My dear boy, joining a throng of gyrating in a mindless, hypnotic trance to music which turns their hearts into yo-yos, all the while feasting on hippie fast food, strange alcoholic concoction, and mind-bending hallucinogenic substances is not my idea of fun!
Whoa, bring it on.
I beg you.
I said, did your daughter enjoy it?
She didn't come.
Ah, have you told the police?
This isn't a job for the police. Melissa called me to say she wouldn't be coming home. She called from a Glastonbury number. She's still here somewhere. And if she's taken up with someone, well, I've got my Purdy in the Land Rover.
Purdy?
12-bore, double-barrel, vermin for the extermination of...
My name's George Sтоббарта.
A Yank, eh? Colonel Buckley. Rutland Lancers, 3rd Battalion, retired.
You know, I had a feeling you might be a soldier.
Can take the fella out of the army, can't take the army out of the fella, eh?
It could have been that. It might also have been the aura of latent violence that surrounded him. Recognize this?
Glastonbury Tor.
What do you know about the Tor?
Good place to deploy artillery.
Right. Okay, thanks. Does this ID card mean anything to you?
It's not yours. Never seen the chap. Did you find it?
Yeah.
Then you should hand it in at the police station.
Well, that didn't go anywhere interesting. I guessed that being the middle of the morning, most people were at work. Anybody home? I wasn't leaving until I'd finished what I'd come here to do. There was a guy outside the bar. He looked like an audition for Our Man in Havana. Hi, my name's Stobbart. George Stobbart.
How fascinating. 2 T's and 2 B's.
You'd be amazed how many people get it wrong.
Nothing amazes me these days. Eamon O'Mara.
You're Irish.
No, I'm from Hawaii. The Maui O'Maras.
You're not from Hawaii.
No, I'm not. I lied. Very astute of you to see through it. You clearly have a lucid and highly rational cognitive process. So what do you want, Mr. Stobbart?
Does this postcard mean anything to you?
No, should it?
I guess not. It was a long shot.
Who's Bruno?
I wish I knew. What do you think of the town?
It's a theme park.
So where'd the tourists go?
I don't know, maybe it's out of season for hippies.
Does this ID card mean anything to you?
It's an unflattering photo. It doesn't look anything like you.
That isn't me.
No, didn't think so. You're one of those godforsaken photogenic types, aren't you? And no, it doesn't mean anything to me.
You sightseeing?
I'm researching.
Outside a pub?
I'm researching the alacrity with which this place opens. In a civilized society, a man should be able to get a drink at this hour.
It's 10 o'clock in the morning.
Precisely.
You can't need a drink that much, can you?
Now that's a complicated question. Let's discuss it over...
It's too early for me.
Very wise. I'll be raddled before me time. Me liver riddled with the cirrhosis. Raddled and riddled. Well.
So, what do you do?
Good morning. I'm Eamon O'Mara, and today I'm in the enchanting town of Glastonbury.
I'm sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Of course you haven't.
Now wait a minute.
I'm here as a professional media Irishman researching my new BBC programme.
Oh, you're putting together a TV show.
Bingo! Give the man a figurative coconut. I visit villages, interview the local characters, sample the local cuisine.
What's the show called?
Up your alley with Eamon.
Nice. And you're doing this place next?
That's that finely tuned cognitive process of yours in action again, isn't it?
How did you get into television?
By accident. I was doing a reading at a bookshop in London. This wild-eyed BBC producer wanders in, points at me like I'm the second coming, and says, "You'll do, you'll do."
You're a writer?
Wash your mouth out, I'm a poet. Poetry is a gift to the Irish from the gods themselves. Yeats, Wilde, Joyce.
Bono.
Don't push your luck. I may have the soul of a poet, but I've the fists of a welterweight.
Have you seen that guy walking up and down?
The army type. Kind of Englishman I'm allergic to.
Oh? Why's that?
Well, if you have a couple of 100 years, I'll explain it to you.
I'm worried he might be out to kill someone.
Ah, now you're beginning to understand my allergy.
Do you know much about this place?
It's got half-decent pubs when they're open. Oh, I see. You want to know about the fairy stuff, don't you?
Fairies?
You see that hill?
Yeah?
Fairies guard King Arthur's sword Excalibur under that.
Really?
No.
It was the door of the pub, the Yeoman's Arms. I tried to open the door. The door was locked. It wasn't opening time yet. They sure knew how to make doors in this country. I tried to open the door, but it was securely locked. I wasn't leaving until I'd finished what I'd come here to do. Nobody was in. Or maybe they just didn't want to talk to me. The place was called Zazi's Kiosk. Hi, I'm...
Nobody tell me. Me a Madam Zazie. Me know all. And me see all. Sit down, you. You have traveled far?
Oh, sure. Like my accent was local?
You come for the truth?
And another no-brainer.
George Sтоббарта.
What? How did you...
Me know all. Me see all.
Okay, I had to admit, that stumped me. What do your powers tell you about that man outside the pub?
Him come from across the sea. Him have strongly held opinions. Him seek knowledge, but not for himself.
All that from your crystal ball?
No, him just on the telly. That's Eamon O'Mara.
What do you make of that guy pacing up and down the street?
His aura glow red with anger.
Kinda matches his nose, then.
Him a lost something dear from himself, and him can't do nothing to prevent it.
Well, we all have to let go sometime. How long have you lived in Glastonbury?
Long time. The toad generate wave of positive energy.
And tourist revenue. A girl can't live on good vibrations alone, huh? Recognize this postcard?
Mm-hmm. It is the tour. These are for
Yeah? Thanks. I'll check it out. Hello again. That guy over there looks suspicious to me.
Ah, I've seen suspicious, and he isn't it.
Oh, so what does suspicious look like?
Take a glance in the mirror sometime, young fella.
There's a fortune teller up the street. Maybe you could ask her to help you.
How so?
Well, you know, she could look in the crystal ball and maybe she... Or, tea leaves. She could read tea leaves. Or tarot cards. They got, like, cool little pictures.
You're a rum sort of a fella, aren't you?
Hi, Eamon. Have you been in the fortune tellers over there?
Now, why would I do a thing like that?
To talk to the fortune teller.
Well, if I wanted my palm read, I'll get my head examined first.
You don't seem very open to suggestions for your program.
I work best after a couple of stiff drinks.
The store was called The Cosmic My mind boggled. Miss Granger's Perfect Potions. Love potions, money potions, potions to make you taller. There was something in the small print. Granger Publications cannot take responsibility for side effects or failures in primary potion effects. Guess even witches fear the wrath of the litigation lawyer. On the wall was a chart telling me everything I ever wanted to know about pentacles. It could have been a lot shorter and done the same job. The display was covered in creepy little booklets. The Rosicrucians in reality TV. The Aleister Crowley cookbook. Conversational Enochian, and behind each title, a sad writer on a royalty deal. Enchanted Avalon, Lays of a Mystical Age. Well, this looked like big fun.
Ah, you found my little...
I guess for an oeuvre, it is quite...
What do you mean? It's a book of poetry. It could be any size.
Nice cover.
Thank you. My choice, actually. I self-publish. The big publishers just don't understand spirituality.
What's the deal with the coins?
Joseph of Arimathea bringing the Holy Grail here. Arthur and Guinevere being buried here. And, of course, St. Michael defeating the dragon on the tour. Each silver coin commemorates an event in Glastonbury's history.
History? Sounded more like folklore to me. Silver, you say?
Well, silver-plated. I have a dear friend who does them for me.
The guy looked like the world's uptightest hippie. Hi, my name's George Sтоббарта.
Welcome to the Cosmic Fairy. I am Tristram Hillage, the proprietor. May I help you?
I hope so. I guess Glastonbury's a pretty mystical place.
Almost too mystical to bear. Joseph of Arimathea journeyed here.
Yeah?
The tale of King Arthur, Guinevere and Excalibur finishes here.
Wow.
And the Tor, that big hill, is the gateway to Avalon, the land of fairy. We also get crop circles, UFO sightings.
Is that everything?
Well, then there's the ghosts, hellhounds, spectral lights.
Okay, it's mystical already. What do you make of that fortune teller?
Madame Zazie, very traditional. Crystal ball, tea leaves, tarot, the usual.
How's business?
Rather good, actually.
Seems quiet.
You just missed the rush.
What kind of people shop in a place like this anyway?
People with open minds. Do you keep your mind open to new possibilities?
Oh, constantly. Some of the things I'd seen, I'd be a fool not to. Do you stock these postcards?
Yes, one of our exclusive bestsellers.
Do you supply any of the other shops with these?
No, that's what exclusive means.
Really? I never knew that.
Evidently. How else may I illuminate your path?
Does the name Bruno mean anything to you?
Bruno.
Really?
Yes, really.
You sure?
Of course I'm sure. I've never even met anyone called Bruno.
You seem very positive. His tone made me immediately suspicious. Something tells me you're not on the level. Who is Bruno? Where can I find him?
I don't know who you're talking about. Now get out of my shop, you annoying man.
Oh, I'll get out, once you've answered a few questions.
Oh, God. You're not a tax inspector, are you?
Hell no. I may be a lawyer, but I still got a few shreds of pride left. Are you going to tell me who Bruno is or not?
Not.
Don't forget, you're dealing with a lawyer here.
An American lawyer. I can't see our local Bobby being impressed.
This guy was going to be a tougher nut to crack than I thought. I'll give you one last chance to come clean.
Get lost.
I was getting nowhere. This was why I was in patents and not criminal law. Hey, there's someone moving around.
Nonsense. It's just an old building.
You must think I'm pretty stupid. Bruno's upstairs.
No, he's not.
Have you ever seen the guy on this card before?
No, I haven't.
The stand contained postcards, pictures of local beauty spots, the usual. And suddenly, there it was. A stack of cards just like the one I'd found in the Congo. I was on the right trail. I hadn't come here to send postcards. These were the kind of books that sat and glowered at you. Casting the runes, the real Elt-down shards, Karnaki the ghost finder. Even the air felt cold near. I didn't want any of the books, not my idea of a holiday read. I didn't want the chart. Hello again. That's an interesting shop. The Cosmic Fairy.
Place is full of woolly-minded liberals and frou-frou socialists.
So I guess you won't be opening a charge account there.
Don't be fatuous, but I've got my eye on the place. That Hillage fellow is up to something.
What do you think goes on in there?
I've been asking around. He used to rent his spare room out. Claims it's empty now. But I've seen a light on him there after he's gone home.
Maybe the little people are having a poker game.
He's harboring somebody. I'd bet my wife on it. I'd even bet the dog on it.
Hi, Eamon. Have you been in that shop, the Cosmic Fairy?
Oh yeah, always go there for me love beads.
I was just asking. Hi again. What do you know about that shop, the Cosmic Fairy?
Them sell candle, incense, But the owner, Tristan Hillage, oh, me know him, oh. There is anxiety in his aura.
Got his karma in a twist, huh? Just trying to lighten the atmosphere. Remember this card?
Was me right about the cosmic fairy?
Yeah, that was where it was bought. I need to find out about who sent it, though.
Give it to me now.
What? Why?
Sometime there is psychic traces.
Ew.
Me may be able to read the traces left by this Bruno when he wrote upon it. Aren't we forgetting something?
Please?
You must cross my palm with silver.
Oh, right, sure. Okay, I got a credit card here somewhere.
Me no know except credit card, you know.
I've got some euros, I think.
Me no take euros.
How about doubloons, gold ingots, a barter stick?
It's only silver me accept, you know.
Hi again. The stand contained postcards, pictures of local beauty spots, the usual. On the counter were copies of the little poetry book with the coins in the covers. For there was lightning in my blood, my dark Morgana, my own Morgana. Oh, there was lightning in my blood. Red lightning lightened through my blood, my dark Morgana.
What do you think?
Pretty good.
Yes, I was rather pleased with it myself.
Darkness o'er the world is creeping, slumber while the heavens are weeping. More good stuff. Maybe my first impressions have been wrong. If any man slay me, not unaware, by no chance blow, nor in wine or revel, I have stored beforehand a curse in my prayer, for his kith and kindred, his deed is evil. I didn't have time to read any more of the poem. On the counter were copies of the little poetry book with the coins in the covers. Hi again. You say you had trouble getting this published?
Publishers! Ha! Philistines, the lot of them.
What you need is to raise your profile.
Advertise, you mean? Oh, I can't afford that.
How about a little spot on the BBC? Eamon O'Mara's new show?
That would be marvelous. Oh, but impossible, of course.
Don't worry. Eamon and I go, way, way back. At least 5 minutes. Want me to have a word with him? He's right here in Glastonbury.
Would you do that? Oh, thanks. Thanks awfully.
I'll need to show him some of your work.
Yes, of course. Here, take a copy.
I'm sure he'll love your stuff. Enchanted Avalon, Lays of a Mystical Age. The book of poems was by the guy in the Cosmic Fairy. There were silver coins laminated into the cover. The postcard showed a picture of a quaint English village. On the back was a message. Have had to leave Paris in a hurry. Suggest you do the same. Cesaro is on to you. Your friend, Bruno. The postmark showed that it had been sent from a place called Glastonbury. Hello again. The 3 commemorative coins had come from the poetry book. The 3 commemorative coins had come from the poetry book. The 3 commemorative coins had come from the poetry book. The book of poems was pretty beaten up now. I'd levered the coins from the cover. Hi again. Here, let me cross your palm with silver. Have a look at this postcard, please.
Ooh. Ah. I see a man.
Well, that narrows it down.
A man, Bruno, fleeing from danger. Him nearby and yet.
It was nothing she couldn't have picked up from reading the card itself.
No, the psychic imprint is too faint. Too many others have handled this card. Your own imprint is much more distinct.
Oh?
You'll be going on a long journey.
Terrific. Am I going to come back?
Perhaps, perhaps not. I need something much more personal to this Bruno if you want a better reading.
Okay, let me cross your palm with silver. Again. Want to get psychic with this?
Ooh. Ah.
What is it?
Skin like wool. Eye black. Empty. The fierce of... No! Take it back!
Okay, what's happening?
I saw some without compassion. A man without no soul.
Zazie had already read the ID card once and, judging from her, wouldn't be happy about looking at it again. Hi, Eamon. The guy who runs the Cosmic Ferry might be ideal for your show.
That old hippie. I've no time for the 60s. Caftans stink. Timothy Leary was a turn-off, and I'd rather listen to The Clash than the Beatles any day.
I thought you wanted to talk to eccentric characters.
Hippies aren't eccentric. They're pathetic.
I think this guy's got something. Take a read.
Enchanted Avalon. Lays of a mystical age. Oh, just what I needed.
No, read some. You won't be disappointed.
If you say so. For there is lightning in my blood, my dark Morgana, my own Morgana.
It's not bad, is it?
No, it isn't. Oh, there was lightning in my blood, red lightning, lighting through my blood.
That's beautiful.
It is that, just as beautiful as when James Clarence Mangan wrote it about his Rosaline 180 years ago.
What?
Look at this. The fairies are a silent race, and pale as lily flowers to see. That's Samuel Ferguson. Shameless. Absolutely bloody shameless. Darley, Griffin, Aubrey bloody de Vere. Does his thievery know no bound?
Well, he's stolen it all?
Every word. Oh, get this. The author reserves the right to be identified as the creator of this work. The grave-robbing little toe rag. I'll have him.
Good morrow, fair traveller. How may I help you?
To the island valley of Avilion, where falls not hail, or rain, or any snow, nor ever wind blows loudly, but it...
I beg your pardon?
Deep meadowed, happy fair, with orchard lawns and bowery hollows, crowned with summer sea.
That's good. That's very good.
Of course it's good. It's Tennyson, you tofu-chewing twit. From his Mort to Arthur. Not the Thomas Mallory one, but we won't hold that against him. Now, do you recall King Mark of Cornwall in that tale?
I've read Mallory, yes.
You'll recall Mark has a big downer on a knight called Tristram then. 'Cause Tristram took something that didn't belong to him.
Oh, God. You mean Melissa? Look, I can explain.
No, not Melissa, you idiot! Isolde!
Now you've completely lost me.
I'm talking theft and possession. Possession by the spirits of Mangan, Griffin and de Vere among...
Ah!
Yes, 'Tis a miracle that you've channeled all these great talents into your little book. Just a shame that they ended up repeating themselves from their own published works. Word for bloody word!
Wait! I can explain everything.
Now, that was my line. It was also my cue to make a move.
Good, you explain. And in return, I'll explain to you the theme of boxing in Irish literature.
Gosh!
Hi! Sorry to just barge in here.
I could have been getting undressed or...
Guess we were just lucky then.
Or not. What's your name?
George, what's yours?
Melissa. Have you come to save me?
Melissa? Melissa Butley?
How did you know my name?
Well, your dad's stamping up and down the street like Godzilla, except scarier.
Daddy? Oh my God, he isn't. Oh my God, he is! Oh, he drives me absolutely potty. You have no idea.
You know, you remind me of somebody, but I can't put my finger on...
Perhaps we were sweethearts in another age. You know, underneath that brash exterior, you're really rather my type.
About your dad.
I say, you're not working for him, are you?
No.
Shame. I'd come home today if you were the pool boy.
I guess your dad's just worried about you.
Worried that I might have grown up? Well, he's too late. I have. And I rather like it.
You got a boyfriend?
You got a girlfriend?
Well, not really.
Interesting.
So, you're on the run.
Sort of.
Your dad's a real ogre.
Oh, he's a pussycat.
Really?
The frothing pit bull terrier type of pussycat.
How do you know Tristram?
I met him at the festival.
Aha.
He read me his poetry.
You don't need to tell me the rest.
Then he said I could come and stay with him. So I did.
You poor kid. You and Tristram, is it serious?
Tristram is one of a... In fact, when I think of him, I go...
The poor woman had been duped by Tristram's lies. I couldn't let him mess up her life. And she was bound to find out sooner or later. Look, Melissa, you hardly know me, but some things are better coming from a stranger.
Ooh, is that a promise?
These poems, Tristram doesn't write them. They're all copies.
Well, duh. Obviously.
What?
I knew that.
What?
You must think I'm totally dim.
No, I just thought he'd tricked you, you know, put you under his spell.
Oh, you're too sweet. George, are you for...
I don't...
You've come to save me, like a knight in armour.
Well, that wasn't my original plan, but it became an option.
Oh, I could kiss you all.
Hey, steady. Remember the Geneva Convention?
Who needs it? I don't take prisoners.
I bet. So, when did you find out about that?
From day one. I wrote my thesis at Cambridge on Irish poets of the early 19th century.
You're very gifted.
Try me.
Ha! And Tristram doesn't know.
That I know? Of course not. Why let a question of authorship get in the way of a good...
Yes, why indeed.
But all good things. With Daddy on the trail, I think I'd better split anyway. Don't suppose you fancy a weekend in Acapulco?
Geez, I'd love to, but my Acapulco visa ran out just yesterday.
What were you doing?
Having a little conversation with Melissa.
That's private up there. You had no right.
Just like you had no right to be seducing that poor girl with stolen poetry.
You had no right to interfere.
She had a right to know.
Oh, no. You haven't told her.
You can't base a relationship on lies.
I have to talk to her.
I wouldn't advise it. She needs a little time to herself. Then I took more than a little pleasure knowing that he was the one who'd been duped. Maybe I should march right outside and tell Melissa's dad about... Tell him that you've got her upstairs. Tell him that you've broken her heart.
You wouldn't. But that poor, innocent kid. Think what it would do.
He ought to know.
Please. Oh, God, no, you wouldn't. He'll kill me.
You're breaking my heart. On the other hand...
Yes?
You tell me what I want to know, and I forget about your house guest. Blackmail wasn't really my style. And suddenly, I wasn't so sure who was being duped anyway.
Very well.
Now will you tell me about Bruno?
Well, he was here, but he's gone. Upton went one night.
Did he leave anything behind?
He was in a hurry. He just grabbed his pathetic belongings, threw them in his bag, and...
He must have left something.
Nothing worth looking at, believe me.
Letters, notes, a phone number?
No. He took everything with him.
Aha! So he did leave something.
Well, yes. But what good is an old pair of pants to you?
Pants? Give 'em to me.
I found them in the laundry pile after he'd vamoosed.
Did you examine them?
No. What kind of a chap do you think I am?
Excellent. Come on, let me see 'em.
You're a sick man.
What are you waiting for? Oh, man, these aren't pants.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not. These are shorts.
What are you? Some kind of underwear detective?
Oh, heck. I'll take 'em anyway.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's what I said. The shorts belonged to Bruno. I didn't want to examine them too closely. Hi again. Okay, let me cross your palm.
Never mind that. What you got for me? Quick!
You're really getting into this, aren't you?
The doors to the other...
I wouldn't get too excited. You ought to watch The Twilight Zone on reruns. Hubris gets you smacked down every time. Rod Serling said so. I'd like you to look at some boxer shorts.
Now just wait a minute. I don't want no funny stuff.
No, seriously. I want you to use that psychic hoodoo on them.
Them no belong to the same man as before.
No, not unless they were into sharing.
Good. Me don't want to experience anything like that again. Ever. Very well.
How did you know my name? Was that a psychic flash?
Lord! When you were talking to Eamon O'Mara, me was standing in my own door. Me overheard your name when you was introducing yourself.
Ah!
The... item of apparel, please.
Getting anything?
Apart from nauseated? Cha, no, me... Oh, no!
What? What can you see?
Dragon fire! No. A man and the dragon seek his death. He only has minutes to live. Oh, the flames. No!
Madame Zazie? She was out cold, but okay. I must admit, sometimes my shorts had the same effect on women. If she was right, Bruno would be dead soon, I had to act fast. But how? Luckily, I got a hint. I tried to open the door. The door was locked. It wasn't opening time yet. Please, I need help.
I'm an aesthete, not a psychiatrist.
I'm serious. There's a fire. Someone's trapped, but that door's in the way.
Say no more. I may have the soul of a poet, but I've the heart of a lion. Lead on!
Excellent. Thanks, Eamon.
No trouble. Just sorry there wasn't a camera crew around to catch me being heroic.
I can take it from here.
Sure, I'll call the fire brigade. Then I'm going to sort out that bloody thieving hippie.
Hey, you, wait! Evil monks. I hate those guys. I didn't have time to go after them, though. If Zazie was right, Bruno was about to get a pre-mortem cremation. Somewhere in the smoke, I could hear coughing. Hey! Is there anybody in here? Call out!
Over here! Help me! Help me, please!
I'm on my way. There was some poor guy, Bruno, I guess, tied up and left to die in the burning building. Are you okay? Can you walk?
I think so.
Good. Come on. This place is about to collapse. Come on. We're out of here. Get down! Ah! Oh!
Is this down enough?
Whoa, that was a close one.
It was indeed a close one, yes. Thank you. I am indebted to you.
Glad to be able to help, Bruno. It is
Now I must be on...
Wait a minute. We've met before. I know you.
You know my name is Bruno, but I am not knowing you.
Where do you come from?
A small country in Eastern Europe. You would not be able to pronounce it.
Wait a minute. I remember now. The foyer of the Hotel Ubu. You're Ostwald, the Nobel Prize winner.
Oh, my goodness. Sтоббарт.
You're a Neo-Templar, you son of a bitch.
No, listen to me. I left the Neo-Templars. They were evil. The Grand Master, he was all lies.
The last time I'd seen Bruno was when I went head-to-head with a weird bunch known as the Neo-Templars. It had ended badly at a place called St. Ninian's. And true, Bruno wasn't lined up with the bad guys when the curtain came down. Let's say I believe you. Who's after you now?
The Neo-Templar Order was not destroyed, only badly weakened. It now seeks revenge against its enemies. In their eyes, I am a traitor. They do not forget. They do not forgive.
Yeah, I'm not on the Christmas card list either. Hi, Colonel. Everything sorted?
Soon will be. Just off to get Purdy.
Who was the weirdo in the monk's habit?
I do not know. I think maybe one of Susaro's men.
Susaro?
You know him?
As well as any stranger who tries to kill me. What's Susaro's interest in the Congo?
The Congo?
Yeah, I found a postcard from you there. It's how I found you.
Of course. My friend, Dudley Chumley.
You mean Cholmondeley?
No. Chumley. Drive him crazy being called Cholmondeley.
Not anymore, I'm afraid. Susaro got to him before I did. What about Chumley's machine? Did it really work?
Poor Dudley. His machine, yes, it worked, but only at that one place in the world.
Why there?
Like St. Ninian's, it is focus of natural energy, geomantic energy. I have made a device that can locate the more powerful sites.
And Susaro is doing the same.
But of course.
This geomantic stuff is losing me.
Imagine the world as living thing. Its energies, they run in lines through it.
Like ley lines?
They are ley lines. The Chinese call it the dragon current.
So what has Susaro done with this power?
There is a place, the Temple of the Dragon. It is possible to make the energy there very powerful, very strong.
Where is this place?
Its location has been long forgotten. I think Susaro may have found it.
So, Susaro wanted the site in the Congo to use its energy?
No, it was a poorly developed site, and Dudley had already dissipated much of its power. But Susaro knew this. He is not just tapping such locations. He is doing something else.
How do you know?
He is making the world sick. You have heard these reports of earthquakes and floods.
Susaro is doing that?
They are side effects. Every 12,000 years, the energy builds up to a peak. This is natural. But Susaro is changing the build-up somehow, putting the world in danger. I fear he has found the Temple of the Dragon and activated it.
Cesaro doesn't look like a well man.
He has dabbled with the energy for too long. At first it made him strong. Now, it has made him only more or less human, and he is dying. Success doesn't just mean incredible power for him, it means his very survival.
How did Cesaro get control of the Neo-Templars?
With the Grand Master dead, the Order fell into chaos. Cesaro quickly took over. Anyone who opposed him was dead within a week.
So, Cesaro's now the new Grand Master?
In all but name. He never liked the Templar trappings. He calls it now the Cult of the Dragon, dedicated to giving him power.
Power to do what?
Anything, Sтоббарт. And everything.
So what brought you to Glastonbury?
I was in Paris. It is a major power focus. Cesaro's men found me. I was lucky to escape with my life. I came here.
Why Glastonbury?
See the Tor up there? It is a power site. A very important one. Look at its history, its folklore. You know, Saint Michael, he killed a dragon here. On the Tor.
Yeah, well, you can't believe everything you read, huh?
Yes, you must. This is true.
Cesaro's men obviously came here after you.
They are on my trail.
Why don't you come with me to Paris?
Cesaro has many agents in Paris. I would be in deadly peril.
Well, don't you think it's time we took this war to Signor Cesaro?
Sтоббарт, you cannot stop this dragon cult by yourself.
I stopped the Neo-Templars once. I can do it again.
Let me at the thieving Aegis!
Take my little Lissy, would you? I'm going to kill you, you blighter!
Violence isn't the answer.
Yes, it bloody is!
Ow! Oh! Oh!
Not the face! Not the face!
Daddy! No!
Trouble?
Oh, just another wild party. I don't think we should gate crash.
"2 days. Lost. 2 days in a stinking cell on blown-up charges. That stupid, stupid policeman. If I see him again... Yes? Alcatraz. Who do you wish to talk to?
Nico? Candice? Where have you been?
Staying with friends.
The boss is after you.
Thanks for the warning. Keep him off my back, would you?
I'll try.
Thanks. See you. Bye. I still hadn't found what was so special about the dead guy.